You started your patient on an antidepressant 4 weeks ago and they are only slightly better. Do you push the dose, switch the drug, or just wait? Knowing exactly when to pivot and how long to maintain treatment is what separates a good psychiatry resident from a great one. Today we are breaking down the evidence-based timeline for antidepressant treatment from day 1 to year 2 so you never have to second-guess your psychopharmacology decisions on the ward again. Make sure you hit subscribe if you want more high-yield psychiatry breakdowns. Let us start with the initiation phase. The golden rule is always to start slow, build up, and go all the way to the maximum tolerated dose if required. But prescribing is only half the battle. You have to monitor the treatment response and side effects closely. How often you see the patient depends heavily on 4 main factors, which are the severity of their depression, their suicidality, any existing comorbidities, and their historical compliance. Do not just hand out a prescription and see them in a month if they are high risk. Now we enter the acute phase, which spans weeks 4 through 8. Your primary goal here is full remission, not just a reduction in symptoms. Week 4 is your first major decision point. If your patient shows less than 25% improvement by week 4, stop and review. You need to reassess the diagnosis, check their adherence, look for new psychosocial stressors, and rule out drug interactions. If all those are clear, it is time to change the medication. However, if they have more than 25% improvement at week 4, you are on the right track. Continue the current medication and increase the dose to the maximum tolerated level. If you reach week 6 to 8 and there is still less than 50% improvement, you need to either switch the drug entirely or augment with another agent. Once you achieve remission, you enter the continuation phase. This lasts 4 to 9 months and the goal shifts entirely to preventing a relapse of the current episode. The biggest mistake residents make here is lowering the dose. Do not do it. You must maintain the exact same dose that brought about the initial clinical response. This is also the perfect time to add psychotherapy. Initiating therapy after the patient has stabilized on medications significantly enhances relapse prevention. And remember, if medications and therapy fail to maintain stability, somatic treatments like electroconvulsive therapy remain a highly effective option to keep in your toolkit. Finally, we reach the maintenance phase, which looks at 6 to 12 months and sometimes up to 2 years or more. The goal here is preventing a completely new depressive episode, known as a recurrence. For an uncomplicated first episode, continue antidepressant therapy for 6 to 12 months after achieving full remission before even considering a taper. But you must risk stratify your patients. If they have recurrent, severe, or chronic depressive episodes, a history of childhood maltreatment, comorbid anxiety, physical comorbidities, poor social support, persistent stressful life events, or lingering residual symptoms, they are at a high risk for recurrence. For these patients, clinical guidelines recommend remaining on maintenance therapy for at least 2 years. Mastering these timelines will make your clinical decision-making incredibly sharp. Drop a comment below with which phase of treatment you find the most challenging to manage in your outpatient clinic, and do not forget to like this video to help the channel grow. I will see you in the next resident review.